office. Community liaison Jada Osterdyke says tags will have an age and a gender for each recipient.
The following is a production of WCMP Sports. It's time for volleyball action here on WCMP. First serve is coming up shortly, but now we send it to the court for the call of this match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into this broadcast of high school volleyball here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course at WCMPradio.com. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's Great River Conference matchup between the Mille Raiders and the Pine City Dragons. We are in Onamia at Onamia High School, the home of the Mille Raiders. One of the homes of the Mille Raiders, I should say. They have two of them. As they are a co-op, they switch between Isle High School and Onamia High School for their games, for home games. They switch between Onamia and Isle. They try and do half and half as best as they can. For football, it's a little bit difficult. You only get 4 home games, and then you play 4 away games. So they have to play 2 home here at Onamia, then 2 in Isle, and of course 4 on the road. But for Mille and Pine City, it's a great matchup here this evening between these two teams. And, of course, it's also a conference matchup, as I mentioned. These two teams are really battling it out for second place in the conference. If Pine City can get the win tonight, these two teams will share that. Well, I believe, actually, if I remember correctly, Pine City will have second place just because of the head-to-head matchup. So Pine City would take second place in the conference if they were to win here tonight just because of the head-to-head matchup. But if Mille takes the victory here at home, they would go and finish the season finishing second place in the Great River Conference standings. Of course, Rush City going to be finishing in that number 1 spot in the overall standings, 10-0 in the conference. This is just incredible to me. 23-1 on the season are the Rush City Tigers in Section 7 AA. I mean, it is just crazy. And they're 23-1, and they still are ranked under the top 10 in the state for volleyball teams. Yeah, but believe it or not, they're 23-1 and still not ranked in the top 10, which is just, it baffles me. But hey, that's not what we're thinking about tonight. We're thinking about this game. This should be a fun one. And speaking of section-wise, Mille is in the Section 5 Single A. They represent the D pod of Section 5 Single A. And in the entire state, they're only ranked at number 13 in the entire state, which is interesting because they have showed a ton, and I mean a ton, of flashes of just absolute pure dominance out on the court. And one of the reasons why is you might be able to see her out there, the hitter, Ashley Strang, probably one of the hardest hitters in this conference, as we've seen throughout the year, she might have been improving to be the hardest hitter in the conference. She is, just does so well out there. They started out the season, by the way, did Mille 6-0 in their first 6 games. That includes 1 game in a tournament. They lost 1 game in a tournament, but it was a great start to the season. 8-1 to begin the season. Their losses come, 3 of them, 3 out of their 4. They're 17-4. 3 of their 4 losses have come in the tournament. 1 against Pine River Bacchus, 1 against Rush City, and 1 against Cloquet. Their other loss during the regular season against Rush City. So both Pine City and Mille have lost to Rush City. So again, this game right here will decide second place, as again, Pine City, if they win, they would win the head-to-head and would take second place over Mille, even though they would have the same conference record of 7-2. But because Pine City these two teams haven't played against each other, Mille in a great position right now. All they need to do is win this game. They'll take second and not have a chance of possibly giving up that second place or sharing it at least. So a lot on the line here tonight for these two teams. Of course, not only that, but just trying to improve their overall standings for the playoffs. Playoffs start next Monday for volleyball, and of course, you just want to do any and everything you can to improve your playoff positioning. Try and get that home court advantage for for your team as we look. Pine City plays in Section 7 AA, and right now they're ranked 3. There are 2 parts to Section 7 AA, the SS1 and SS2. I know every time I read the SS1, SS2, it always feels like it's a boat, the SS, but it is not, I assure you. Those are 2 parts of Section 7 AA. Pine City in SS1, they're ranked 3rd right now in that SS1 section, or part of Section 7 AA. And if that were to stand, looking at it, it looks like the top team would get home court advantage for the first 2 rounds. So they are in, I believe, the SS South part of Section 7 AA. Again, it's all wonky, but it doesn't say north or south. It just says 1 and 2. But I would assume that Pine City, Rush City are all in the southern portion, as SS2 has all the teams from the north. So we'll go with north and south. But yeah, the top 2 teams, will get home court advantage in the first round, along with the 3rd and 4th seed. And then in the next round, in round 2, the high seed will get the home court advantage as well. Then in the semifinals, they will either travel to Hermantown or Duluth-Denfeld, and in the championship game, they will travel to Hermantown High School for the championship game. So Rush City has a great opportunity to force the section to go through Rush City at this point in time for Section 7 AA, and then they would go and travel to Hermantown and Duluth-Denfeld the first couple of days in November. And then as we go back, we scroll back and want to take a look at Section 5 Single A. Now, Section 5 Single A is going to be a little bit different. As I mentioned, there's 4 pods to it, A, B, C, and D. That is going to change once it gets to playoffs. As I'm looking at it, it looks like they will have 2 parts of it, maybe 4, but it looks more or less like it's going to be 2 parts. Again, Minnesota State High School League has not updated it as of yet as to, who is going to play where and, what seeds are going to get home court advantage, if any, to begin. But it looks like we may have 2 pods. It looks like we may have 4. I'm not 100% sure. Again, throughout the week they will update it and continue to update it, but we will keep you updated on WCMP and KBEK as to who plays where and when and and who their opponent will be. So we'll keep you up to date. Stay tuned to WCMPradio.com and also the morning shows on KBEK and WCMP, and we will keep you up to date on all of that information. Of course, we will try and get an article out on that, on the playoff standings and seedings and who will play where and when and what team they'll play as well. So we'll try and keep you updated on that. Of course, it all depends on when the Minnesota State High School League gets that information out, or when the teams know, because coaches, again, we deal with some of the greatest coaches, the nicest coaches around the local listening area, and they do such a good job of keeping us informed, letting us know who is going to be playing where. Hey, this is what we found out where we're playing, or hey, this is who we know we're playing. So it is going to be interesting to see, and again, we deal with some of the best coaches around the area. But for 5 Single A, it looks like it could be split up into 4 pods, and then after that, it'll shrink down to 2 different sides. That's the way I would presume it looks, or maybe it's, 4 pods until you get into the quarterfinals, then it changes to 2, then, you get the top, 4 from each side playing, and then the top 2 advance to the semifinals from each side, and then you get 1 from each side in the championship game. Who knows at this point? We'll keep you updated, as I mentioned, on WCMP and KBEK. Of course, stay tuned to our websites as well, as we'll get an article up there for everybody to look at. But again, Pine City here in Onamia at the home of the Mille Raiders. The Mille Raiders just a couple of years ago decided to go from 2 separate schools and said, hey, you know what? Let's get together, let's form a co-op, and let's go up a level in our sports. And that's what they've done here so far. And their volleyball team just continues to have such good success. I know since that co-op they've been good, but even before the co-op, they were really good as well. As Onamia and Isles separately, they were really good. And then you combine the 2, you get the best of the 2 schools, and you've really been able to see that here these last couple of years since they've been the Mille Raiders co-op. They've just done such a good job of getting the best of the best out here on the court each and every night, and it has shown. I think it was 2 years ago that they were co-conference. They had shared the title with Rush City. I think that was 2 years ago. Again, I was never clear as to who got the title, if they shared it or what, because if I remember correctly, they both had the same conference record, and I believe Mille and Rush City split their series that year. But of course, it has been 2 years, and my mind is just awful at trying to remember things from that long ago. But these two teams have a history of being very, very good volleyball programs, and it's going to be interesting to see tonight who will come out on top and take that second place spot to finish in the Great River Conference season, as this is the regular season finale for both of these teams. Tomorrow we'll have the regular season finale for all of our football teams in the local listening area. Of course, Mille Lacs will be a part of that as well, and they will be playing tomorrow night. But here tonight, it's Pine City in Onania trying to take on the Mille Lacs Raiders. Again, the winner of this game will finish second in the Great River Conference standings. And as we look at the football schedules for tomorrow, Pine City, they'll play in Mora against the Mora Mustangs. And then the Mille Lacs Raiders, they'll be in Bram taking on the Bombers. So that should be an interesting one. Bram and Mille Lacs don't play each other too often in football. I think that's one usually... I think that was the same kind of here last year, was at the end of the season they played each other. But ever since, as I mentioned, Mille Lacs switched to a co-op, they played each other, I think, twice in the last 2 years. So they're trying to see each other a lot more. And those playoffs we'll get into as well. We'll keep you up to date on our websites, WCMP Radio, KBEK.com. So just stay tuned. We'll keep you all up to date on all the playoffs. You know, football, volleyball, tennis, whatever it is, we'll keep you updated on our websites and on our morning shows. Of course, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. I'll bring you all the action from tonight's game, but we're going to get a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we will have heard our national anthem, our starting lineups, and we'll be ready for the first serve when we come back. It is senior night, by the way, for the Mille Lacs Raiders, so it might be extended just a little bit, but we'll be right back after a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment, Highway 65 in Isanti, or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our rapid mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
If you've been injured in an auto accident or have sustained other personal injury, you don't have to leave town to get good representation. Spear and Swanson attorneys at law in Pine City are experienced and will work on your case with no fee until they get you money. They also handle divorce and custody cases, criminal defense, including DWI and other legal matters. Spear and Swanson is your local law firm that cares about you. So if you need legal representation or advice, call 320-629-7586. Spear and Swanson, attorneys at law in Pine City.
When was the last time you had a professional tune-up for your home or business furnace? 1 year? 5 years? Or maybe it's been so long that you don't remember. When it's time to winterize your home or business, your routine isn't complete without a furnace tune-up from Dale's Heating and Appliance. A tune-up from Dale's will keep your furnace running at peak efficiency so you can keep warm all winter. Don't wait and avoid costly repairs. Call Dale's Heating and Appliance at 320-629-3531 or contact them online at dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Hey, I'm Chad Greenway. When I was playing, I loved chasing down running backs. Well, you shouldn't have to chase your bank around when you're buying a home. Franzen Bank and Trust Mortgage Consultants will be with you stride for stride, like a linebacker on a running back, from pre-approval to closing and beyond. Let Franzen Bank guide you through the mortgage process. Learn more at franzenbank.com/get there. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know how sometimes in small towns people run their mouths with rumors? I hate that. Ashley, that's my cousin. She always talking trash. Anyway, I heard a rumor that Maxwell Southern Barbecue in Pine City is now doing delivery. And I was like, hush, you mean to tell me I can get that mouth-watering Southern barbecue like chicken, brisket, pulled pork, homemade cornbread and slaw at home? I'm calling now. Maxwell Southern Barbecue. Come hungry and bring friends. Unless you want to stay on your porch.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP. Nathan Game Day Gilman here, joining you along the ride here in tonight's Great River Conference matchup between the Mille Lacs Raiders and the Pine City Dragons. Your starters for the Dragons tonight will be number 2, Abby Agard, number 3, Chloe Lind, number 5, Arissa Rydberg, number 8, Maggie Smetna, number 10, Emma Hermanson, and number 14, Summer Thiemann. On the other side for the Raiders, it'll be number 1, Ashley Strang, number 2, Caitlin Scheck, number 3, Jenna Carlson, number 6, Brooklyn Erasm, number 9, Ashley Rogers, and number 10, Abby Beanick, the libero. Nick Winabe will also be a part of that starting lineup. Brianna Nick Winabe for the Mille Lacs Raiders will be a part of that starting lineup, but someone will switch out right away for the libero, Abby Beanick. Again, it is senior night for Rogers, Ashley Rogers, and Abby Beanick. And Ashley Rogers is going to go to college for volleyball and for physical therapy. Always can use more of those. And Abby Beanick is going to go to college and play volleyball as well, but she's not quite decided yet as to what she's going to do. Wish her the best of luck in deciding. I never did decide what I was going to go for. I know a lot of people ask if I got a degree for broadcasting. I didn't. I got lucky enough to have an opportunity without a degree here at WCMP, KBEK. So the Dragons will start by serving it. It is Arissa Rydberg with the serve. It is over. It's dug up by Ashley Strang. Now to Rogers, and looking for the kill right away to Scheck, but blocked at the net by Lynn. And it's dug up again by the Dragons. Pushed across there by Erasm. Dug up by the Dragons, and this is Agard looking for the kill. Strang with the dig for the Raiders. Now looking for the kill on the other side is Erasm. Dug up by Rydberg. Thiemann gets to it, but that is going to go out of bounds. And the first score of the game will go to the Raiders. They lead 1-0 here in the first set. So very early on, and Raiders have a lead 1-0. And going back to serve is going to be Jenna Carlson. Carlson with the serve. It is over. Dug up by Thiemann. She has to get pretty low for that one. To Ryberg, and now dug up and hit by Maggie Smetna for the kill. And the Dragons will tie this one up at 1. Now going back to serve for the Dragons going to be Abby Agard. Thiemann checks out, did not. It looks like the libero Bombard checks in for her. The serve is over from Agard, dug up by Beanick. Now to Rogers, and coming up for it is Ashley Strang, and good luck. I mean, Ashley Strang has just got a swing on her, and it is so hard to catch up with one of those. She gets the kill, and it's 2-1 Mille Lacs. Ashley Strang, she lines those up, man. It is so hard to stop. That thing's coming off like a rocket. A serve here from Mille Lacs, just over the net, dug up by Bombard. Oh, and Jusak, I don't know what happened there on that one. I don't know if she lost it in the light or if she just didn't think she was going to go after it, but a late decision to go after it, and she misses it, and it's down, and now Mille Lacs leads 3-1. 3-1, Caitlin Sheck back to serve. This one's over, a diving dig there from Bombard, and now Jusak looks for the kill. Dug up neatly by Sheck. Back over, Bombard with the dig to Rydberg. Jusak again will look for the kill. It's off a block at the net, dug up by the Raiders. Lining it up is Strang, and Bombard cannot catch up to it. Ashley Strang again with another kill. It's 4-1, Mille Lacs. Here's the serve from Caitlin Sheck. It is over. Dug up by Bombard. That's going to get back over the net. Dug up by Nick Winabe. Pushed across by Ashley Rogers. Now to Hannah Bombard. Dug up by Rydberg, and pushed across by Jusak. Blocked at the net by the Raiders, and the Dragons will get it back over. That's Rydberg, and that is in. Trying to let it go with Sheck. She thought that was going to be out. It was not. It hits in, and it's 4-2. Pine City gets a gift there. Sheck will check out. Beanick in for her. Back to serve now is Chloe Lind. You got two of the top hitters in this conference going at it here tonight, Lind and Strang. Strang's going to look to be the aggressor, but she gets it across, dug up by Lind. Hermanson looks to push across, but she pushes it right into the net for Pine City, so that makes it 5-2 in favor of the Raiders. Substitution as Erasm checks out for, looks like Ava Rogers. Ava Rogers, her older sister Ashley Rogers, the senior. Gave a nice speech to her sister, how she'll miss playing with her. Her serve is over, dug up by Lind. And Smetna looking for the kill across, but it's dug up by Ava Rogers to Ashley Rogers. She'll push it across. No one there for Pine City, and it's down 6-2. Mille Lacs. And that is something that Ashley Rogers does so well, whether she pretends to kind of just get the normal set or she just hits it on over. No one expects it when she does it. This one hits the net, but dug up by Lind on the dive, and Jusak will get it across, and that's down just past the outstretched arm of Abby Beanick. That'll make it 6-3. Maggie Smetna will go back to serve now for Pine City. Dragons trail 6-3. Serve is up, and it is over. Dug up by Ava Rogers. Getting up to it is Jenna Carlson, and hit across by Strang. Dug up by Lind. Teresa Rydberg. Hermanson looking for the kill. Nick Winabe right there for the block, and Smetna will get it back across. Dug up by Carlson. Now to Ashley Rogers. Ashley Strang will line this one up. It is long. It is just long. And that will make it 6-4. Raiders did not like that call, but from my angle, it did look just out by a hair. 6-4. The serve dug up by Nick Winabe, and Ashley Rogers hits it over. Chloe Lind with the dig. Carly Jusak will now look for the kill. She just taps it over. Kept alive for a moment by Ava Rogers. Ashley Strang was there as well. But it hits the cord, and Pine City's within one. They trail 6-5. Mille Lacs out to that quick lead, but Pine City trying to mount a comeback here. The serve is over. Dug up by Beanick to Rogers, and Ashley Strang will look for the kill. It was dug up. Oh, we're going to get a double hit. So that'll tie it at 6 on the double hit from Mille Lacs. Smetna with the serve into the net. And just like that, Pine City was about to get their first lead, possibly. They hit it into the net on the serve. 7-6 the lead for Mille Lacs as Ashley Strang goes back to serve. She gets another year here to show off her talents. Dug up by Lind to Rydberg with the set. Hermanson is going to have to tap this one over. And it is, it's down for a point for Pine City. That'll make it tied at 7. And Carly Jusak will go back to serve. Hannah Bombard checks out, and in for her is Abby Agard. Carly Jusak back to serve. Her serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Strang to Ashley Rogers. Ready for that one are the Dragons. And now Carlson looks for the kill. She gets it just past the outstretched arms of Robin Odegaard. And that makes it 8-7 in favor of the Raiders. Abby Beanick will go back to serve. Raiders wearing their black jerseys with the red stripe turning into yellow on the way down. The red numbers and letters outlined in yellow, and Robin Odegaard can't field that serve cleanly. It goes out of bounds, and it makes it 9-7 in favor of the Raiders. Of course, Beanick, the libero, wearing that red jersey with the black numbers, black letters outlined in yellow. Beanick gets set to serve again. Her team leads 9-7. This serve is over, dug up by Odegaard to Ryberg, and now pushing it across is Agar, dug up by Beanick. Now to Ashley Rogers. Sheck looking for the kill. It's blocked at the net by Hermanson. It's over the net, and they hit it back across. Do the Raiders. They'll go for a set now. Ashley Rogers. Now to Jenna Carlson, and off the fingertips of Chloe Lind, out of bounds, and Mille Lacs now leads 10-7. Dragons wearing their black jerseys as well, with the half green sleeve, half side panel on the jersey. Green letters and numbers outlined in white. So we had a hesitation there, but the ref gives the whistle and the okay for the serve. Beanick's serve is over. Dug up by Odegaard to Hermanson and tapped across by Rydberg. To Strang, to Ashley Rogers, and looking for the kill is Jenna Carlson. It's picked up by Lind. Hit across by the Dragons. Dug up by Strang. To Ashley Rogers, and looking for the kill that time was Sheck. It's blocked at the net. Hit back across by Hermanson. Dug up by Strang. Jenna Carlson will look to tap it across. It hits that red and white pole, which is out of bounds. So that will make it 10-8. And I think that red and white pole gets lost a lot of times because it's rare that teams hit it. I've only seen it a couple times this year, and Mille Lacs, one of the teams that rarely makes mistakes. So a rare one there for the Raiders. As now Lynn looks for the kill. And Lynn showing off her power as well. Will make it 10-9. Lind and Strang, two of the top hitters in this conference, two of the strongest hitters in this conference. And this is going to be an interesting matchup between them two. Hermanson with the serve. It just gets over the net. Strang with the dig. It gets into the net, but the Raiders get it over. Now Lynn looking for the kill. That goes off of Beanick on the dig, and Pine City will tie it up. Lind and Strang, I think that's the matchup to watch here tonight. Those two, very strong hitters, and when they can line it up, even when they can't line it up, man, it seems like it comes off their hit, and you can't even see it going so fast. Serve over, dug up by Beanick, and trying to keep it alive was Agard, but I think we're getting a lift. Yep, an illegal lift on the Dragons. So the Dragons can't quite crack that lead. They've tied it a couple times, but they can't take the lead, as now Mille Lacs retakes the lead 11-10, and it's Ashley Rogers who goes back to serve, one of the two seniors here for the Raiders. Her serve is over, dug up by Odegaard to Ryberg, hit across by Lynn, dug up by Ashley Rogers, hit across by Strang to Odegaard with the dig. Maddie Bombard gets it, hit across by Ryberg, Beanick there for the dig. To Ashley Rogers, and Sheck looks for the kill, dug up by Bombard to Lynn with the set, hit across by Agard, dug up by Strang to Rogers. Carlson again, just a tap over, and Odegaard, I think it caught her off guard at how light it was coming over. I think she expected it to come a little bit quicker, and it caught her off guard, so she kind of stumbled toward the ball, and that's down. Mille Lacs leads 12-10. This serve is over once again by Rogers, dug up by Odegaard to Rydberg with the set, and Agard looks for the kill. That's dug up by Strang. She's got some hops, and Jenna Carlson now looks for the kill to Odegaard with the dig, Rydberg with the set, and Agard again looks for the kill, but it goes into the net, and that makes it 13-10 in favor of the Raiders. Ashley Rogers serve over, dug up by Odegaard. It hits the rafters. It comes down to Thiemann, and now hit back across by Rydberg. Beanick with the dig to Ashley Rogers. Jenna Carlson will just tap this one across. Blocked at the net by the Dragons. Rydberg thought it was over, but she gets it back, right back across. Diving dig by Summer Thiemann, and Ashley Rogers does it so well. And the opposing team is always unsuspecting of that move. I've watched it since she's been a varsity starter. She just has that little, whether it's the first hit or the second hit, that she has. There's so many times where she'll just push it over so quick and so smooth. It's just one swift movement, and the defending team never sees it coming. And she's always caught teams off guard with that. And it's one simple move, and teams cannot catch on to it. And she's practiced that probably her whole career, and it's a move that, again, no teams can really keep track of. And, hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So the Mille Lacs Raiders lead 14-10. Pine City calls their first time out of the first set. The Dragons trail here over on 100.9 FM. Bram coming off the loss against Pine City in 5 sets. Might be taking out some frustration on Hinckley Finlayson as Bram won the first set over Hinckley Finlayson 25-7. My goodness. Bram was close to beating both Rush City and Pine City in 5 sets, but unfortunately for Bram, Pine City and Rush City both came back in the 5th set and won that. Summer Thiemann late dive on that one. It's going to get down and makes it 15-10. So Bram trying to prove a late point in the season to tell teams, hey, we may be a lower seed, but you still got to watch out for us. Ashley Rogers again with the serve, dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg, and now Lynn looks for the kill, goes into the net, it's blocked, it kind of got stuck on the net for a moment, but it gets back across to the Dragons. Now Lynn look for the kill, it's dug up by Strang, and Jenna Carlson will hit this one across. It goes a little bit funny off her, that definitely was not planned by Jenna Carlson. It went a little sideways off her hit, definitely not what she planned, but it works to perfection. Again, not at all what she had planned for that hit, but it still works. 16-10, Ashley Rogers with the serve. Again, Thiemann with the dig. Rydberg sets. Chloe Lynn looking for the kill, and is that out or is that in? It's in. So the Dragons will end their little skid they were on, make it 16-11. Does look like we have an injured Raider off to the side. It looks like it might be Sheck or Ava Rogers. Hopefully she's okay, no matter who it is. We want her back in the game. This is a great game. Don't want to miss it. Serve is over, dug up by the Raiders, and it was hit over, and now hit again. Brooklyn Erasm trying to hit it over once again, and Rydberg, oh, that's a tough one. That hit was going to go long had she not touched it, but she got her fingertip on it and helped it out of bounds, and that'll give a point back to Mille Lacs. Now Mille Lacs, Jenna Carlson back to serve again. Pine City has sometimes let those go when they shouldn't, and that one that time should have been let go. Agar looks for the kill. It's dug up by Ashley Rogers to Beanick now. And Strang looks for the kill, blocked at the net by Smetna. It's kept alive off the block again from the Raiders. And Rydberg tried to hit it across, but it goes into the net. That makes it 18-11. And one thing you cannot do against this Raiders team is have too many mistakes like that. Those hits into the net come back to bite you real quick. Because the Mille Lacs, they capitalize off those and just start to build and run away with the lead. Chloe Lind looks to line one up, and she gets that one down for a kill. Chloe Lind with the kill on that one makes it 18-12. Trailing by 6 are the Dragons here at Onamia High School, home of the Raiders. It's Abby Agard who will go back to serve. Again, 5 seniors for this Pine City squad, but a bunch of juniors who you hope will be back next year, and that'll make it an exciting year next year as well. They've had a couple of great years. Hit across by the Raiders is dug up by the Dragons, and now hit across by Jusak, dug up by the Dragons again. Hit back across by the Dragons on the block, but right back by the Raiders. Jusak looking again for the kill. This goes up into the rafters, comes down without hitting anything. Strang hits it across to Lynn, and Lynn looks to line this one up. She wanted to place it over there. Rogers catches up to it. Beanick on the sliding dig, gets it across, and then Erasm tried to fool the referee as the initial hit, the third hit, didn't quite reach the net, and then Erasm got it. It was just more of a reaction, but hey, if you can get those and the ref doesn't catch it, well, you get a free hit. Beanick with this dig off the serve. Strang looks for the kill. It's blocked at the net. Backing up are the Dragons to try and get it. Jusak looks for the kill. Off the block, it's down. Carly Jusak showing off her strength on her hit, saying, hey, those aren't the only two who have some power on their hits. 18-14 now the score. Raiders' lead has dwindled down to 4, but they still lead by 4 nonetheless. Agard with the serve, dug up by Beanick, and Strang looks to line one up again, and oh my goodness. Strang says, okay, I see you're a hard hit. Let me come back with one of my own. 19-14 off the Strang kill. And Caitlin Sheck now back to serve for the Raiders. I'm not sure if it was her who was injured. I'm not going to speculate as to who was injured. I never want to do that because I just want everyone healthy. I want this game to go off without a hitch. Lynn with the kill, but it is long, and it is going to be a point for the Raiders. 20-14, the Raiders have the lead here in set number 1. Serve is over, dug up by Addie Bombard. Ryberg races after it for the set, hit across by Jusak, dug up by the Raiders and looking for the kill. That is Razum over on that side, who got it on the far side for the kill. Jusak got her hand up for the block, but the block came down on the Dragons side, and it's all of a sudden a 21-14 lead for the Mille Lacs Raiders here in set number 1. Again, the playoffs for the volleyball world starts on next Monday, so they get nearly a week off before they got to start the playoffs, and some don't start next Monday. Some are, I believe, next Wednesday or Thursday. Either way, we have volleyball, playoff volleyball coming up on these stations for you next week. No matter where they're at, no matter who's playing, we'll get them out there. And we will cover as many teams as we can, as many games as we can. As long as we have a local team in the playoffs, you bet we will be covering it. And I sure think, I don't want to give it the announcer's jinx, but I sure think in Section 5A, I really don't see a team that can threaten Mille Lacs too much, other than Bram. I think Bram could threaten them, but I think Mille Lacs is the strongest team in this section this year. Serve is over. It's dug up by the Dragons. Chloe Lynn wants to get a kill, and it's dug up by Scheck to Ashley Rogers. Strang hits it over. Dug up by Bombard to Ryberg with the set. And it's blocked at the net. But looks like we're going to get a whistle on Pine City. And it's another point for Mille Lacs, who leads 22-14. Now, if you're Pine City, the last thing you want to have happen in this game, especially right before playoffs, is go down 3-0, which we've got a lot of set left. And nice move there by Scheck as she hits that one. Actually, that's Strang, Ashley Strang. As that ball got to the middle of the net, she just lightly tapped it back across, and it's 23-14. Serving it across, the dig by Hannah Bombard to Rydberg. Carly Jusak looking for the kill, but it's dug up nicely by the Raiders. Ashley Strang will look for the kill right back. Maddie Bombard with the dig to Rydberg, and Jusak will look to lightly tap across. Strang right there, though, for the dig, and she'll lightly tap it across herself again. Jusak with the dig. Maggie Smetana looks for the kill. It's just over the net. It's dug up and not been able to keep alive by the Raiders. That was Anna Ludwig, who nearly kept it alive off the dive, but just a little late. 23-15. Chloe Lynn will go back to serve here for the Dragons. That serve is over, dug up by Abby Beanick. Ashley Rogers chases after it, and Strang will look for the kill. Back over by Maggie Smetana. Ashley Rogers chases after it. She pushes it across to Chloe Lynn to Arissa Rydberg. Now Hermanson looks for the kill. It's dug up by Ashley Rogers. Strang looks for the kill right back, and Strang gets the kill just past the outstretched arm of Chloe Lynn. Oh, there was a question for a moment as to what the call was, but that was definitely a kill for Strang. Substitution here for Pine City as we now have set point for the Mille Lacs Raiders. It is Ava Rogers who goes back to serve now. Serve is over. Oh, and then it's an ace for Ava Rogers to end the set, and not at all how you want to have a set end if you're Pine City. A very, very bad miscommunication on the side of the Dragons. You had about 3 Dragons who looked at it for a moment, and just none of them went after it. Just a miscommunication. We've seen the Dragons struggle with that miscommunication this year, and hopefully they can correct it here tonight, because we start playoffs next week, and you definitely don't want that leaning over into next week during the playoffs. So we will end this first set with the Raiders taking it 25-15 over the Pine City Dragons. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the second set of action here in Onamia, the home of the Raiders. You're listening to Volleyball on 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Of course, also at WCMPradio.com.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a four-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact Sidney Nelson, your Pine City Edward Jones financial advisor. Find him at 950 Main Street South, right next to Dairy Queen. Sidney Nelson and Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
You are a do-it-yourselfer. There is not a project you can't do. But you need a little help. That's why Hoffman Ace Hardware is here. They have all the tools and products you need for your project. Electrical, plumbing, landscaping, they have it all. With 2 locations, one in Pine City and Moose Lake, they can serve you no matter where you live. Their friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need so you can be in and out in no time. For your next project, visit the experts at Hoffman Ace Hardware today.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Of course, live with video at WCMPradio.com. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, bringing you all the action from tonight's Great River Conference matchup. We got more Great River Conference matchup going on tonight. A lot across the listening airwaves, but over on 100.9 FM, or I should say local listening area, over on 100.9 FM, we have the Hinckley Finlayson Jaguars hosting the Bram Bombers tonight. And again, Bram kind of took out some frustration on the Jaguars there in that first set. They won the first set 25-7. That's the most lopsided set I've seen all year. Well, heard of, I should say. I didn't see it, but heard of, seen of. Same difference, I guess. In our first set, it was the Mille Lacs Raiders taking the set victory 25-15 over the Pine City Dragons. And we now move into the second set. Again, on that scoreboard down there, you see that little dash mark. That is the set victories for each side right now. Only one dash mark on there on the Mille Lacs Raiders side, on their portion of the scoreboard, that yellow portion. That's because they have won that first set. So the Raiders will start serving here in this second set. It will be Jenna Carlson. Still have some people walking around, got to be careful. Carlson with the serve, dug up by Thiemann. And Chloe Lynn looks to race for it. Oh, I think that was just long. It was. Yes. Had to check for a moment. I didn't hear loads of cheers from the student section. They were preoccupied for just a moment. 1-0 Mille Lacs with the lead. The serve is over again from Carlson. Dug up by Thiemann to Bombard. And Agard will hit it across. Dug up by Carlson. Strang will line this one up. And it's down for the kill for Mille Lacs. 2-0. Jenna Carlson goes back to serve again. Serve is up. It is over. Dug up by Staber, her first time checking into the game. Lynn with the hit across, dug up on the slide from Strang. And Jenna Carlson will look for the kill. It is down! Excuse me, that's Caitlin Scheck. Is that 2 and 3 when they're towards the side and their jerseys wrinkled a little bit look very similar. 3-0 now for the Raiders. They lead over the Pine City Dragons. Serve is over from Carlson, dug up by Thiemann. Chloe Lind hits this one over, dug up by Beanick. And Strang looks to line it up. Blocked at the net for a moment by Rydberg and Lynn, but it lands on the side of the Dragons, and now the Raiders have a 4-0 lead. Jenna Carlson back to serve. It is over. Dug up by Staber to Thiemann. Agard hits it back over. Dug up by the Raiders, and that is blocked at the net by the Dragons. And then it lands on the side of the Raider. Wow, that was strange. Scheck got the initial hit across. It was blocked. And it didn't look like Pine City had a prayer, but somehow they got it up enough on that second hit to get it over the net, and then the Raiders just weren't ready for it. Arissa Ryberg, the left-handed serve is over, and it's dug up by Beanick to Ashley Rogers. She'll line it up, Will Strang, but just long on that one from Strang. That makes it, 4-0 W2, I guess. Four to 2, the lead for the Raiders here in the second set as Rydberg's serve is, just over again. Beanick diving dig, gets it across for the Raiders, and now Lind looks to line it up, and it is down for the kill from Chloe Lind. Again, if you just joined us, you've got two of the top hitters in this Great River Conference in Lind and Strang battling it out here on their respective sides here tonight. It's awesome to see. Rydberg with the serve across, dug up again by Beanick. Rogers will try and hit it back across. Hit back across by Agard. She says, hey, I see your move. I'll give you your own move right back. Strang will hit it back across, dug up by the Dragons. Hit back across by Rydberg. Dug up by Beanick for the Raiders. Ashley Strang, she'll line it up, blocked at the net, and it gets down. So Strang with a powerful swing. This time it was blocked. And it lands on the side of the Raiders. It's 4-4. Rydberg with the serve. It is just over. Dug up by the Raiders. Strang will hit it back across to Rydberg. To Staber. And Agard looks for the kill. It goes off, I think, a hand at the net, but dug up by the Raiders. And we got a whistle. A double hit called on the Raiders, and that will give Pine City their first lead of this match. They didn't take a lead there in the first set. They tied it multiple times and never took a lead. This is their first lead of the match. Serve is over from Rydberg, dug up by the Raiders. Ashley Strang will line it up, blocked at the net again by the Dragons. They got the dig, though, and then Lynn tries to get a block, but it goes off the side of her palm down to the court, and that makes it 5-all here in the second set. Beanick will go back to serve for the Mille Lacs Raiders. Serve is over, dug up by Summer Thiemann to Staber. And Rydberg will hit it back across, dug up by Beanick to Rogers. And hit over and out of bounds. That was, I believe, that's Caitlin Scheck on the kill. Or is it it's Erasm? Of course it is. Think I get it right, and it turns out to be someone else. Brooklyn Erasm, the kill for the Raiders, and she gives the Raiders the lead right back, 6-5. Serve is just over, dug up by Thiemann for the Dragons. Hit behind her back from Lind, and it's down for a point. Well, an illegal lift call on the Raiders, so not quite down for a point. It's an illegal lift, but anyway you can get points, you'll take them if you're the Dragons right now. They tie it back at 6. Again, this is kind of the way that first set went for them, and then as we turned later into the set, it was all Raiders, but we're tied here. Oh, and the dig from Beanick goes right into the net. Ashley Rogers really had no chance on that one. It went right into the net, right on the pole, the padded pole on that far side, and she had no chance. Give her credit, though. She did all she could. Serve over from Agard, dug up by Beanick, and Nick Winabe hits it across, blocked at the net by the Dragons. Dug up again by the Raiders, Staber with the dig now for the Dragons, and she will look for the kill across. It is tipped out of bounds by Ashley Rogers. We don't see that often from her either. Again, this Raiders team rarely makes too many mistakes. I'm not going to call that one a mistake per se, just because she's trying to get that and keep it alive for her team. They've been aggressive so far in those type of plays. Serve is dug up on the dig from Strang. Hit back across, and it's out of bounds on the hit from Strang. It goes just out of bounds. That makes it 9-6. Pine City with the lead. Again, when the ball is close to being out from Pine City, unless it is just insanely long, the Raiders are being aggressive right now and going after it. Strang will line this one up, and Lind, that's Agard. Agard kind of ducked out of the way of that one. She's trying not to get hurt out there. If you get that one into your chest or into your face or throat, that's going to sting for a while. That's going to definitely knock the air out of you. Her and Lind, I would not want to get in the way of those hits. Ava Rogers with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Maddie Bombard to Arissa Rydberg. Carly Jusak will get it over. It's blocked at the net by the Raiders, but they get the dig. And now Strang again lines it up. Bombard, oh my goodness. That one goes into the ventilation system. But they're going to say that I think Dragons may have gotten into the net. It's 9-8, Pine City with the lead, but Mille Lacs hot on the trail. 9-8, and the serve goes into the net from Ava Rogers. That will make it 10-8. In favor of the Dragons. Holding the lead here in this second set a little bit more. Of course, they never did in that first set, but able to try and hold on to it even if it's just 1 or 2 points. Serve over, dug up by Bieniek. Nick Wanabe looks for the kill. It's dug up by Agard. Goes across the court to Jusak, and wow, that's a powerful hit from Jusak. And Carlson tried to pull back at that last second, and that one sounded painful. You could hear that one hit her hand. I don't know if it stubbed her finger or what, but you could hear that one, and that sounded quite painful. She's okay, though. She's out there. She's a warrior. As this serve is dug up again by Bieniek. Strang looking to line it up. Dug up by Agard this time. She does get in the way of it. Dug it up, but then it goes right to the front of the net, and I don't think her teammates were ready. I think her teammates thought that it had either went past her or went behind her, and they weren't ready. They did not know it was still alive, I don't think. Strang with the serve. Oh, a rare serve into the net from Ashley Strang. I don't know if I've seen that. I'm sure she's done it before, but I personally, calling all the games I have, I don't think I've seen that from her. Staber with the serve over, dug up by Bieniek. To Ashley Rogers. Jenna Carlson will tap it across, dug up by Staber. To Rydberg, and Sky Aarons just a little long on that hit. We'll make it 12-10 still in favor of the Dragons. Sky Aarons has had a tough time with that this year of just hitting it a little bit long. She's got it down. She's got a tough hit, but she just hits it a little bit long too many times. And that serve is out from Nick Wanabe. That will make it 13-10. Again, if Sky Aarons can kind of reel that in a little bit and figure out how to kind of aim it or however you hit it a little bit better, I mean, there's been a few of them where it's like, man, if she could just reel that in just a little bit, it's down for a kill. Strang will hit it back across for the Raiders. Pushed across. It goes into the net, though, from Rydberg. But the Raiders will hit it back into the net from Jenna Carlson. Both teams hit it into the net, but the Dragons got the luck of the draw there as it went across the net. And this serve is just long by the Dragons. That'll make it 14-11. Back to serve now is Ashley Rogers. And one of the two seniors, her and Bieniek, are the seniors for this Mille Lacs Raiders squad. Ashley Rogers with the serve over, dug up by Robin Odegaard to Rydberg. And Sky Aarons will have to back off a little bit. She gets it over, though. And that one's hit into the net by Ashley Strang. A little bit of miscommunication there by the Raiders. Again, not something we see often from this Raiders squad. They are pretty fundamentally sound. Just a few mistakes here in this. I guess errors would be the right word, too. Serve from Sky Aarons is dug up by the Raiders, and looking for the kill is Carlson. It's dug up by the Dragons, though, hit across by Arissa Rydberg. Now Jenna Carlson will hit it right back across, dug up by Robin Odegaard to Rydberg. And that's Abby Agard looks for the kill, but it's dug up by Strang. Hit back across by Ashley Rogers. And again, that just little swift push across that she does. She's got to trademark that move. Maybe somebody in college she watches does it, maybe the pros. But if not, that's a neat little move, and she's got to trademark it. They name it the. Oh, and then the dig from Thiemann, not clean, and that will go right down to the court. Point for the Raiders, 15-13, the lead for Pine City. Jenna Carlson back to serve. Yeah, Ashley Rogers is going to have to call that the Rogers move. Maybe not, because of Aaron Rodgers in the NFL. We'll figure it out. Summer Thiemann with the clean dig this time to Rydberg. Chloe Lynn lines it up, but it goes into the net. And now, all of a sudden, Pine City making the mistakes, and Raiders, they're on the comeback trail. They trail by 1 here in set number 2. They lead 1-0 after winning the first set 25-15. The serve over from Jenna Carlson, again dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg. Agard looks for the kill, but it's dug up nicely by Ashley Rogers, hit across by Ashley Strang. Summer Thiemann, this goes right back across the net, goes into the net. Brooklyn Orazum tried to get the kill, just took a little too much off it as that one goes into the net, falls on the Raiders side of the court, and it will be 16-14 the lead for the Dragons. Odegaard checks out. It did not catch who came in for, I think it's Staber. The serve from Arissa Rydberg is over, dug up by Bieniek to Ashley Rogers. Strang off the block at the net, dug up by Maddie Bombard to Rydberg. It hits the rafters, and the Dragons will get it back across. Nice job by the Dragons, keeping track of that one. And looking for the kill now are the Raiders, dug up by the Dragons. Staber looks for the kill. It's dug up by Ashley Rogers. They keep it alive. Bieniek will hit it across, but it goes out of bounds. 17-14, the lead here for Pine City. Rydberg, her serve is over, dug up by Beanick. To Ashley Rogers, she'll tap it across. Oh, this time they're going to get her for a double hit. So Rogers' signature move is going to get a double hit call that time, and it's 18-14, Pine City with the lead here in set number 2. Mille Lacs leads 1-0 after winning the first set 25-15, but in this second set, it's been kind of a set to forget about for both sides, really. Not so much for Pine City as they do have the lead, but for Mille Lacs, it's been a couple mistakes here have led to them trailing by 4 right now, so this is one to forget, but again, still plenty of opportunities to come back and retake the lead and win this set. Or for Pine City, maybe they can run away with it here after this timeout and tie it at 1 set apiece. So the Bombers take that second set over Hinckley-Finlayson, 25-14, a much better set there for the Jaguars. And again, the Jaguars, they might sneak up on a couple teams in the playoffs, but Bram not allowing that to happen tonight. They are full in control there. But again, Hinckley-Finlayson, that third set, they can make it for some wild third sets, can the Jaguars there from Hinckley-Finlayson. Of course, that's a Great River Conference game there in Hinckley, Minnesota. This one here in Onamia, Minnesota, between the Mille Lacs Raiders and the Pine City Dragons is in the second set. Mille Lacs lead 1-0, and the Dragons lead here in set number 2, 18-14. The serve from Marissa Rydberg is over, dug up by Beanick to Rogers, and Carlson looks for the kill, blocked at the net, but that block goes out of bounds, and a point for the Raiders. And that's probably one of the tougher things that can happen for a team is you get the block, it goes back over the net, but then it goes out of bounds off the block. That's got to suck if you're a player when that happens. Beanick with the serve, dug up by Thiemann, and Agard will look for the kill. It's dug up by Ashley Rogers. Beanick with the set. Strang looks for the kill off the block at the net from Staber, and Rydberg tried to get a hand on it to keep it alive, but cannot. And it's a point for Mille Lacs. They trail 18-16 here in the second set. Serve is over from Beanick, dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg, and Staber, who will look for the kill. It's dug up by Carlson, and Strang lines it up, blocked at the net. It goes out of bounds. Staber with the block, but out of bounds goes the ball, and that makes it 18-17. Dragons still lead, but Raiders starting to mount that comeback, and that timeout seems to have kind of sparked something. Serve is over. Dug up by Thiemann. Will that get over? And it does. I think Nick Winebe got a piece of it. Just enough to keep it on the Dragon side, and that will tie this match at 18. Tied at 18 as Beanick gets set for the serve. It is over. Dug up by Thiemann. Goes into the net. Off the net. Rydberg gets it. And hit across by Agard. Dug up by Beanick. And Nick Winebe gets the hit across, dug up by Thiemann, and now Agard again looks for the kill. It goes into the net, and then it comes down on the side of the Raiders, so Pine City will get a point back, and they'll take the lead again, 19-18. This is kind of how the set went last time for Pine City, but roles were reversed. Instead of Pine City taking the lead, it was Mille Lacs who would allow it to get tied by Pine City, but then take the lead. This time the roles have kind of switched. The hit from Nick Winebe, dug up by Bombard, and now hit across by Agard. Dug up by Beanick to Rogers, and now Strang looks for the kill off the block. Agard keeps it alive, my goodness. Jusak with the set, and then Rydberg hits it back across. Beanick, Strang again, and we're going to get a illegal lift. Makes it 20-18. Wow. Agard goes back to serve for Pine City. Her serve is over, dug up by Strang to Ashley Rogers, and Strang again looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Chloe Lind. That is probably one of the better clutch blocks I've seen by a team trying to prevent Strang from getting a kill, and that's a huge 21-18. Agard with the serve over. That's dug up by Beanick, but it's going to go off of her dig straight backwards into the doors for the gym. That makes it 22-18, and Mille Lacs will call their second timeout here in this second set as they trail by 4, trying not to let this second set escape them. They still want to take that 2-0 lead, but still trying to hold on as Pine City's 3 points away. Mille Lacs needs 4 to try and come back. Sounds like we've got a birthday here. Student section singing to someone. Singing to their classmate, happy birthday. And it sounds quite good, I might add. Very good. So a birthday here tonight, as well as the regular season finale for both these squads. Raiders team trailing 22-18 right now here in the second set. They lead 1-0, but are in danger of letting this one slip away. But the Pine City Dragons, give them credit, they have fought hard in this second set. And now have the lead because of it. Serve is over, dug up by Bieniek. Strang looking for the kill, and Agard, again, I do not blame her. And again, there's a strategy behind what she's doing. I don't know all the moves and the nuances of volleyball to know that one. But I know it's, when a hit is coming in so hard, you want to try and get into a position where you're not going to hit it straight up or straight out or anything like that. You want to get it to where it goes into the air enough. And that's what she's doing when she's falling like that. She's not so much falling to get away from it. She's falling so that she can get somewhat of a dig on it because it's coming in so fast. And that time she that's why it looks like she ducked away from it. Meanwhile, we got a kill from Chloe Lynn. That makes it 23-19. And Lynn will be back to serve, and it is just out. My goodness. I do not want to be the referees down there. I would hate to be these back judges and trying to decide, oh, is that in, is it out? I would be stuck between halfway. I'd be like, can we redo? Chloe Lynn will get the dig, and Sky Aarons will line this one up for the kill off the block, and Sky Aarons will make it set point for Pine City. Sky Aarons comes in, immediately gets a kill, and that makes it 24-20, and Mille Lacs needs 4 straight points to erase set point and try and bring this into extra points for their team. Staber, that is dug up by Bieniek. I thought she was going to let it go. She does not. It does stay in, and Bieniek will hit it back across. Dug up by Staber. And Jusak looks for the kill off the block, and that will be down, and Pine City will come back and win this second set 25-20. Interesting. We're going back and forth here in this one. The Dragons take the second set 25-20. So we're tied at 1 set apiece as we move on to the third set. It won't be the final one. This is only the second time this season where I've seen a match go into a fourth set. Of course, we're moving into the third, but where it will go into a fourth set at the very least. So we're tied at 1 set apiece between these two teams. Mille Lacs, they're pretty relaxed over there. They're dancing to the music. Pine City, they're trying to get into it a little bit as well. It's the regular season finale. Got playoffs starting next week, and again, this one is still for something. They're still playing for something. With the win, one of these teams will take second in the Great River Conference standings. The other one will move to third. We'll take a commercial break. You're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
End of the season means savings at Minnesota Equipment. Save big on remaining zero turns in stock. Bravely, Aaron's, Toro, and John Deere. Buy now with 0% financing available. That's 0 on zero turns. Need a walk behind instead? They got plenty of those too. On site and ready to go. The knowledgeable staff will get you the machine that fits your property size. Minnesota Equipment. Your neighbors. Your experts. Your neighborly experts. Highway 65 in Isanti or at minnesotaequipment.com. It's almost time to start pushing snow. Sorry, just the messenger. Thankfully, Minnesota Equipment in Isanti has affordable machines to do the heavy lifting. Any size property. Toro and Aaron's walk behind snow blowers. Oh, you got land, huh? How about John Deere lawn and garden tractors? Or a compact utility tractor? Minnesota Equipment has them in stock. Snow removal doesn't have to be backbreaking. Not if you get into Minnesota Equipment. Highway 65 in Isanti. Or visit minnesotaequipment.com.
Great homes start with a sound foundation. That foundation starts with a mortgage from Northwoods Bank. Northwoods Bank is a community bank that knows the neighborhood. We have personalized home lending solutions, and with our Rapid Mortgage, apply online at northwoodsbank.com 24/7. Be approved in 20 minutes and be in your dream home sooner. Think local when it comes to your banking solutions. Northwoods Bank, we make it happen for you. Northwoods Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC insured.
106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP. Of course, at WCMPradio.com as well with video. We're tied at one set apiece here in Onamia, at Onamia High School, the home of the Mille Lacs Raiders, where the Raiders are hosting the Pine City Dragons, two of the top teams throughout the entire season in the Great River Conference. Of course, Rush City has the Great River Conference title, but these two teams have been right behind them, and they each have 2 losses against Rush City. Of course, Mille Lacs has only one during regular season play. They have one in a tournament as well, so in the conference standings, it doesn't look like that tournament one cost them the loss or it counted towards the conference standings. So, but of course that could be a little bit behind as well. But as of right now, it's Rush City 1, Mille Lacs 2, Pine City 3. But that could change here tonight. If Pine City wins, they'll move to 2. Mille Lacs will move down to 3. But if Mille Lacs wins, they'll stay right there at 2. But if they win, that could really improve their playoff standings. I don't know how much, because I think they're still the number 1 seed in all of Section 5A. It doesn't matter what pod, A, B, C, or D. They're number 1, I think, in all pods put together. So Rydberg will start with the serve for Pine City. It's dug up by Strang. And looking for the kill is Carlson. One-handed dig from Bombard, and then dug up again by the Raiders. Push across by Ahrens, and then down for the point just past Agard on her diving dig. So the Raiders will score first. They make it 1-0. It's Jenna Carlson who will serve for the Raiders, and it's dug up by Staber to Rydberg. Agard looks for the kill, dug up by Bieniek right back across the net, and trying to get a hand on it. Let's see, I think that might have been Staber, but it gets down as her teammates can't catch up to it, and 2-0 early here for Mille Lacs. Carlson with the serve, dug up by Jusak. To Rydberg, now Staber hits it across. Diving dig from Carlson. And Rogers, and now hit across by Scheck. And that one's going to go right out of bounds off the dig attempt from the Dragons. Rydberg and Bombard come together and try and talk it over. They both went after it and trying to talk it over, trying to correct their mistakes. Jenna Carlson with the serve. That goes into the net. She wanted to take a little something off that one. Wound up taking too much off. And unlike a haircut, you can come back from this. Abby Agard with the serve. Dug up by Bieniek. Strang will hit it right back across to Bombard with the dig to Rydberg. Set. Staber looks for the kill, and that is... So the head judge here standing on the podium, the stand, whatever you'd like to call it, says it was tipped by the Raiders. So Pine City will get the point. They trail 3-2. Serve is over, dug up by Bieniek once again to Ashley Rogers. Strang. Tries to just tap it across, but it goes into the net. I think Strang thought that the Dragons got a hand on it, but they did not. That one was well short of going over, unfortunately. Tied at 3 as Agard gets the serve. This one goes into the net. It's over, though, and Brooklyn Erasmus does a good job keeping track of it. She hits it back across. Carly Jusak looks to line this one up, lightly tapped across. Rogers, and this one is hit out of bounds by Strang. Strang a little bit frustrated with herself on that one. She watched it all the way, and as it went out of bounds, she just kind of turned, had her hand on her forehead as if to say, "Are you kidding me?" It's a tough one for Strang. Again, doesn't make too many mistakes. Serve is dug up by the Raiders and then hit across by Scheck. Staber looks for the kill. It's dug up by Bieniek to Rogers. Strang looks for the kill off the block at the net, and it's down. And that'll make it 4-4. We're tied at 4 here in the third set between the Raiders and the Dragons. Caitlin Scheck with the serve, a lob. It's dug up by Agard. To Rydberg, and Staber looks for the kill. That is down just past the diving dig from Jenna Carlson. That'll make it 5-4 in favor of Pine City. Still way early in the first set. The serve is over from Chloe Lind. It's dug up by Carlson to Ashley Rogers. Erasm looks for the kill. It's off the block at the net from the Dragons. Lind with the set. Jusak tries to get it over. It's blocked at the net by Erasm. Hit back across by Staber. Raiders have it, and Strang will look to hit it back across. Dug up by Lind. Jusak will look for the kill, but that one is long. And that'll tie it at 5 between these two teams as we get a substitution. Checking into the game for Brooklyn Erasm is Ava Rogers. Rogers' serve is over. Dug up by Agard. Jusak looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Nick Winabe, and Strang tried to get the diving dig to keep it alive, but it gets down. And that makes it 6-5 in favor of the Dragons. Sage Staber will go back to serve. This is over, and it's dug up by Beanick. And Strang looks for the kill, blocked at the net. Nick Winabe kicked it. She kept it alive for a second with the kick. And then Strang, I think, was just surprised that she even kept it alive off the kick. And it goes out of bounds. Sage Staber with the serve across. Beanick with the dig. And Ahrens with the tip back across. And Mille Lacs thought that was a violation, but ref does not agree, and it makes it 8-5. Staber with the serve over. It's dug up by Carlson to Rogers, and Nick Winabe looks for the kill off of the fingertips of Agard, goes out of bounds, and the Raiders will get one back to make it 8-6. Ashley Strang back to serve. We get a substitution. Staber out. In for hers, Robin Odegaard. Ashley Strang with the serve. Takes something off of it. Agard diving dig. Sky Ahrens looks for the kill. That is not what she meant to do, but it works nonetheless for Sky Ahrens. She looked to get a big swing on it and then only hit it with her fingertip, and it slow rolled over the net. Carly Jusak will serve for the Dragons now. We'll lead 9-6. That's an ace for Carly Jusak that goes in between Ava Rogers and Ashley Strang. And Strang, she right away takes blame. She said, hey, that's my bad. That's my bad. I got to get that one. I love the communication there from Mille Lacs. I love the responsibility that they're able to take right away. This time, the serve from Jusak is dug up by Ava Rogers, and Ashley Rogers hits it across diving dig from Lind, and Sky Ahrens looks for the kill again. Blocked at the net by Nick Winabe. Pushed across by Rogers. This time the Dragons were ready for it. It goes into the net, but keeping it alive do the Dragons. This one comes towards the net. Ryberg will hit it back over, and it's down just past Beanick's diving dig. That makes it 11-6 in favor of Pine City, and that will be an early timeout here from Mille Lacs. They want to regroup and try and get back on their game. Again, early timeout. Just trying to regroup here. Still plenty of set left. But this is kind of the way that second set went. Pine City trailed early. They came back, took the lead. It went back and forth between tied and lead for Mille Lacs, and then Pine City would retake the lead, and then all of a sudden Pine City took a lead. They started to pull away just a little bit. And Pine City leads 11-6 here in the third set. It's tied one set apiece between these two teams in a Great River Conference matchup. Again, winner will take second place in the Great River Conference. And again, improving the playoff positioning for these two teams with a win. Pine City, I think, would improve more than Mille Lacs would, because I believe Mille Lacs is the number one seed in all of Section 5A. So they might not improve their playoff position too much with a win. Maybe a loss, though, would change some things, but I don't know. It would be close. I think Mille Lacs is still the best team by far in Section 5A. Serve is over. It's dug up by the Raiders, and then Lind on the diving dig gets it back across the net. I don't know how, but she does. She's been in the weight room for sure, but it goes too long, and the Raiders will get a point back. I don't know how off of a diving one-handed half on-the-ball dig she got that one across, but she did. Beanick with the serve now for the Raiders. Odegaard with the dig, and then the kill from Sky Ahrens. Just past Beanick. Sky Ahrens, again, has really come on as of late. And she's starting to be able to control her kills a little bit more and more as the season goes along. And I said before, if she was able to kind of control it just a little bit more, She would be really good with being able to get more kills. Looks like Ashley Rogers asked the head judge something on the stand. Just wanted to figure something out. Had a question about something. And again, like I said, it gets over! Maddie Bombard's serve went well into the net. Somehow it grew arms and legs and claws and crawled over the net for an ace for Maddie Bombard, 13-7. Bombard's hoping to avoid that. She does this time. Ashley Strang will get the dig. And looking for the kill are the Raiders, dug up by Bombard to Ryberg with the set. It's Agard looking for the kill off the block. Beanick diving dig. Kept alive by Ava Rogers. Strang will hit it back across. Robin Odegaard with the dig. Off the net, it does get over, but I think the Dragons got into the net. They did. That was a great job by the Dragons of getting it off the rebound from the net, but they go into the net. 13-8 now, the Raiders trail. Something that the Dragons have really improved on since the beginning of the season is getting the rebound off the net. A lot of times they would struggle with that, but as of late, they're really improving. Agard with the hit across. It's dug up by Ashley Rogers. Strang will hit it right back across. Oh, and a big miscommunication between Maddie and Hannah Bombard out there. They let it drop right in between them for a kill for the Raiders, and the Raiders now trail by 4, 13-9. We're in the second set. We're tied at 1 set apiece between these two teams. Ashley Rogers gets set to serve. It is over. Dug up by Hannah Bombard to Ryberg with the set, and Lynn will hit it back across to Beanick. Beanick with the dig, now to Ashley Rogers, and looking for the kill. It gets down from Caitlin Scheck to make it 13-10. Bombard tried to get the diving dig, but not enough on it, and Ashley Rogers will serve once again, her team trailing by 3, and just right in front of Hannah Bombard this time. He gets down. It's 13-11, and the Raiders once again on the comeback trail. Down by 2 now, 13-11. Rogers' serve is over. It hit the net, but it's over. Dug up by the Dragons. Lynn looks for the kill, and off the block at the net. It gets down on the side of the Raiders. That'll make it 14-11. Raiders right there for the block. These two teams have been doing a good job of blocking the best hitter in Lind and Strang. A lot of times it's too strong for the block. Ryberg with the serve. It's dug up by Strang to Rogers. And looking for the kill is Carlson, blocked at the net by the Dragons. They have the dig, though, and Abby Agard looks for the kill. It's dug up by Strang once again. And this time, Carlson looks for the kill. And Staber will look, keep it alive. Diving dig from Ashley Rogers. Hit back across by the Raiders. Dug up by the Dragons. Abby Agard looks for the kill, and it is long. And that'll make it 14-12. So the Raiders back within 2. As Caitlin Scheck to serve now for Mille Lacs. Serve is over, dug up by Bombard. Ryberg, Lind, off the block at the net. Strang keeps it alive, but it winds up getting down on the Raiders side of the court to make it 15-12. Strang had a nice eye on it, but just lost it for a moment. She got the late dig, but teammates could not catch up. Now Abby Agard back to serve. Her serve is over, dug up by Beanick to Ashley Rogers. Ashley Strang looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Staber. She hits it back across, and then Rogers looks for that signature move, but Lind was right there waiting for it. Lind says, not this time. And it's 16-12 in favor of Pine City here in the third set. Again, we're guaranteed a fourth set no matter the outcome of this one, but it's the fifth set that we're wondering on. Agard with the serve across. It's dug up by the Raiders. They ran into each other a little bit with their feet. They're okay, though. Dragons now have it, and looking for the kill is Jusak. It's dug up by Beanick, and nice job by Carlson to be well aware of where that ball was. And now the Dragons going to have to hit this. Oh, and then a miscommunication between Agard and Staber. That gets down. Whoa! 16-13. Raiders trail. Agard and Staber, bad miscommunication on that one. They were reeling, trying to get the ball, and they had an opportunity to hit it back across, and then they just miscommunicated right there. The serve now from Jenna Carlson is dug up by Bombard. Jusak runs into the padded pole on the far side, but Dragons get it across, dug up by the Raiders, and then hit back down by Lind off the block. That'll make it 17-13 in favor of the Dragons. Meanwhile, Bram sweeps it, 3-0. They win that final set 25-10. My goodness. Bram again taking out some frustration. Lind with the serve now for Pine City. Bieniek diving dig. Ashley Rogers keeps it alive. Brooklyn Erasm hits it across to Ryberg with the dig. Staber with the set, and Jusak was going to hit it across, but we get a double hit call on the Dragons, and the Raiders will get one back. They trail 17-14. A substitution, Erasm checks out. In for her is Ava Rogers, and Ava Rogers, like she has when she checks into the game, will go back to serve. Rogers' serve is over. Dug up by Agard to Lind with the set. And hitting it across is Sky Ahrens. Dug up by Bieniek. Strang looks for the kill, and that is down. Strang's feeling it on that one. Pumped her fist even before the kill was fully down. She knew it. She was confident in that one. Ava Rogers with the serve. It's into the net. And Pine City will get a point back. 18-15 now the score as Sage Staber goes back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Bieniek to Rogers, and Strang looks for the kill. It was blocked at the net by the Dragons, and then Staber couldn't catch up with it there on the back line. That makes it 18-16. Raiders trail by 2. With Ashley Strang going back to serve. Strang serve is over. Diving dig from Ahrens. Dug up by Jusak, and Lind hits it over. Dug up by Strang to Rogers. Nikwanabe with the hit Agard. Hit that one, got the dig instead of Lind. Lind read that one from the get-go. She had it, looked to be cleanly too. Agard trying to be the aggressor and go and get it. Can't blame her for that, but it is a key mistake as it's now 1-point lead for the Dragons. Lind with the dig on that one. And now looking for the kill. That was Sky Ahrens back across. Now it's Smetna looking for the kill. Diving dig again from Bieniek. Dug up by Lind. And Jusak looks for the kill, and that is just past Jenna Carlson to make it 19-17 in favor of the Dragons here in the third set. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Carly Jusak with the serve for Pine City. It's dug up by Ava Rogers to Ashley Rogers to Jenna Carlson. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Nikwanabe. Ashley Rogers now to Strang. Strang hits it across to Chloe Lind. Ryberg and Sky Ahrens looks for the kill. Dug up by the Raiders. Gonna get a whistle on the Raiders though on that one, and that'll make it 20-17. Carly Jusak back to serve. It is over, dug up by Bieniek. Ashley Rogers, she hits it across. Jusak ready for that one. Rydberg, Abby Agard, couldn't quite get it out. Looking for the kills. Jenna Carlson off the block at the net by Pine City. It's down, and it's 20-18. Mille Lacs within 2. Bieniek will go back to serve. We get a substitution real quick. Jusak out, in for hers Hannah Bombard. Bieniek will hold on to the ball, and there's the whistle for the okay to serve. It is over. Dug up by Lind, and that's out of bounds near the scorer's table, so Mille Lacs will get one back, and they're within 1 again. Abby Bieniek goes back to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Hannah Bombard to Rydberg. Ahrens looks for the kill. Dug up nicely by Ava Rogers, kept alive by Strang, and Bieniek will get it back across the net to Chloe Lind to Rydberg again. It's Abby Agard who looks for the kill, blocked at the net by the Raiders, kept alive by the Raiders, and now the kill attempt from the Raiders is dug up by the Dragons, hit back over by Lind, dug up by Bieniek to Ashley Rogers, and she hits it back across. Agard back across to Bieniek. Rogers again. This will set up Sheck, and right in between Bombard and Lind. That's going to be one that could wind up costing the Dragons as that ties it up here at 20, and we will see a timeout from Pine City. Yeah, we've seen way too many miscommunications as of late from Pine City. That is really what has led to the Raiders getting at least 3 of those comeback points to help tie it up at 20. So it's it has been just a tough go of it as of late here for the Dragons. Miscommunications has been the key as of late for the Raiders to get back in it. Pine City has been doing a pretty good job of holding off Strang on the block so far. Hasn't allowed her to get too many clean open swings on it, but we're tied at 20. And like I mentioned, that last miscommunication there for the Dragons could wind up costing them as it ties it at 20. And that could really swing momentum back to the Raiders' side because they have been trailing nearly this entire set. And something like that could really change the way the momentum holds itself. Tied at 20 in this timeout. Raiders getting back to the court. There's the buzzer. It's the first time we've actually went a whole timeout without both teams being back out on the court. We're tied at 20 in this third set, tied at 1 set apiece as Bieniek gets set to serve for the Raiders. Her serve is over, dug up by Lynn to Rydberg. Ahrens looks for the kill. Off the block, it gets down, and Pine City will get a point back, and that helps. That certainly helps after that miscommunication. You get the point right out of the timeout. That will definitely help your team as they lead 21-20 now over the Raiders. Sky Ahrens gets set to serve. Her serve is over. It hits the net. It does get down. I think Bieniek might have actually got a fingernail on it. But it's down, and Ahrens, credit her with those points. Ahrens will line this one up. The serve is over, dug up by Bieniek. And hit across by Carlson, dug up by the Dragons. Rydberg will look for the kill. It's dug up by Ava Rogers to Ashley Rogers to Sheck, and that's hit back across by Lynn. Well aware, now Carlson to Odegaard with the dig. Lynn will try and tap this one. Oh, Raiders definitely got a hand on it, but they're going to call 4 hits on the Dragons. Raiders definitely got a fingertip on it. That should have reset it for the Dragons. But either way, the Raiders get one back. It's 22-21. And again, no matter the call, both teams are dealing with it. And if you're the Raiders, you'll take it any way you can get it. Bombard with the dig off the serve. Lynn will look to just tap this one across. Kept alive by the Raiders, but it goes into that separator up top on the ceiling. You can't quite see it on the camera right now, but there's a kind of a mesh divider for the gym that rolls up into the ceiling, and if the ball hits it, whoever hits it last, or whoever goes and hits it into it, that is out of bounds. And now the serve is over, dug up by Strang, but her teammate was not quite ready for that one, and that makes it 24-21, 3-point lead in favor of the Dragons. And Mille Lacs will call a timeout here as they trail by 3 in this third set. Again, no matter what, we're heading to a fourth set, but it's the question of, will we be headed for 5? Raiders and Dragons playing to see who will take second place in the Great River Conference at the end of tonight, because this is the regular season finale for both of these teams. Then we start playoffs on next Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mille Lacs in Section 5 Single A, Pod D. Yes, there are 4 pods, A, B, C, and D. Pine City in Section 7 AA, SS1. Yes, there's 2 sections of 7 AA, SS1 and SS2. Pine City's in SS1 portion. Pine City has a 24-21 lead. Arissa Rydberg gets set to serve. It is over. Dug up by Bieniek. Strang lays off it, and now racing to it. That's Carlson with the hit across, dug up by the Dragons. And Lynn will get it back over. This is dug up by Strang to Ashley Rogers. And looking for the kill is Carlson, but we get a whistle. And a whistle on Pine City will give the point to Mille Lacs to make it 24-22. Jenna Carlson goes back to serve. Her team down by 2. It's set point still unless they can score 2 more points. Carlson's serve is over, dug up by Maddie Bombard. Teresa Rydberg for the set. Lind, looks for the kill. It's dug up by Rogers and then into the net. And the Dragons will take set number 3, 25-22. So we now have a leader, 2-1 in the Pine City Dragons, as we head to what could be the 4th and final set. But the way these have gone, I would expect we're in for 5 here tonight. Just the way these two are going, it only feels right if we went into a 5th set between these two teams. But we'll take a commercial break. We'll hear a word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll be ready for what could be the fourth and final set, or will we see a set 5? You're listening to Volleyball here on WCMP.
At Stearns Bank, we're proud to get together to cheer on Dragon Athletics, and we believe that we can always go further when we work together. Whether you're earning your next big win on the field, on the court, or in the arena of life, surround yourself with a team focused on integrity, accountability, and hard work. Put our top-performing team to work for you. Visit our local Pine City branch on Hillside Avenue, call us at 320-629-6713, or explore more online at stearnsbank.com. Go Dragons! Stearns Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With high school sports season here again, Wellia Health wants to remind you that they want to help your athletes stay in the game. Sports medicine services are available at every Wellia Health campus. Whether it's the young athlete, the weekend warrior, or the accomplished athlete, injuries can happen. Get back in the game by calling the sports medicine experts at Wellia Health, 320-679-1313. Wellia Health. Live life well.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Back here on 106.5 FM AM 1350 WCMP, we're going into what could be the fourth and final set. But again, the way this one has gone, I don't expect this to be the last one. I think we're headed for 5. But we'll have to wait and see. Set number 4, Pine City leads 2-1 after winning the last 2 sets. But again, we're in that 4th set, what could be the final one. But once again, I want to reiterate, I don't think this will be the last one. I think we're headed for 5 just because these two teams have battled all night long, and it's been a good battle. And I also want to see it going to that 5th set. It's been interesting. And this is one of those where I don't want to see it end. I hope both teams could just come out of here tied maybe. That would be cool. But that's not how sports work. You got to have a winner. You got to have a loser. Sometimes it sucks that it's that way because once you get into playoffs, it's like you get a good story or you get one of the schools you're calling to have a good story or just a good run, and their season comes to an end. So it's always hard come playoff time. Again, come playoff time too, you got to erase the regular season records and the personal records too, because no matter what happened during the regular season, you got to erase that come playoff time because anybody can win in the playoffs. It's anybody's game, and playoffs are just a completely different atmosphere. Or waiting some substitutions, I believe. And there's the ball. And we're getting set to go here in this 4th set. Jenna Carlson will get ready to serve here for Mille. Serve is over. It's dug up by Summer Thiemann to Ryberg. Chloe Lynn looks for the kill, and that gets down off the block at the net from the Raiders. So the Dragons will get it, and they lead 1-0. Marissa Rydberg now back to serve for the Dragons. Her serve is over. It's dug up by Strang, and now hit over by, I think that was Carlson, or Sheck. It's going to be Sheck. And the referee, no, I should have just kept it at 1. So it's 1-0, but we got different looks from different refs. One saying it was a tip. The head judge says no, but we're going to get together, and it looks like now they will confer, and it will say it is point Mille. So that's why you have all these refs out there, so that if there is a discrepancy on the call, you get them together, they talk about it, they discuss, and then they figure out who it should be or if they should correct the call. Jenna Carlson, no, with the serve. Agard looking for the kill, and that is down. Caitlin Scheck got an initial dig, but goes right back to the doors here in the gym, and that makes it 2-1 Pine City. Abby Agard will serve for the Dragons. Her serve is over. Beanick diving dig, keeps it alive, and pushed across by Scheck, and Lynn just waited for that one to line it up, hit it right back down to the court. Makes it 3-1 Pine City. Abby Agard back to serve once again. Agard with the serve, dug up by Beanick to Ashley Rogers, and Strang comes up to line this one up. Oh, I think that was... Oh, I thought that one was out from my angle. That definitely looked a little bit long, but it just must have kissed that boundary line enough to where it stayed in. So it's 3-2. Ava Rogers back to serve now for the Raiders. It is over. Dug up by Agard. To Rydberg. Lind. Nope, it's out. That one's long. We're tied at 3 here in the fourth set between the Raiders and the Dragons. Ava Rogers gets set to serve. That goes into the net. That will give 3 points to Pine City and make it 4-3. Lind with the serve. It is over. Dug up by Beanick. To Ashley Rogers. Nick Winabe tries to just hit it back across. It does get across, but Dragons right back across off the block. Blocked at the net again. Dug up by the Dragons. It's Sky Ahrens trying to hit it down. Dug up by Rogers. And at the net again. Blocked by the Dragons. Looks like we're going to get a lift on the Dragons there. I don't know about that one, but again, we'll keep with what the referees say. They've done a great job all night long. Strang with the serve. Strang. Dug up here by the Dragons and hit by Staber for the kill. And got kids running around here in the gym that almost got hit by that one. Thank goodness that ball missed, but whew, that was close. Sage Staber will go back to serve after getting the kill. It's into the net, so Mille Lacs will get a free point back. If you're Pine City, I think you want to avoid as many mistakes like that in this set as possible. You want to avoid the miscommunications, the serves into the net. I think that's going to be key here for the Dragons if they want to come out of here with the set win. Beanick with the serve now for Mille Lacs. Sky Ahrens looks for the kill, and that's long. That'll give Mille Lacs the lead, and I think it's dangerous to let Mille Lacs have a lead here in the fourth set. They trail 2-1, but they win this one. We're headed to a fifth. Beanick with the serve over. Dug up by Odegaard. Ahrens again will look for the kill, but she mistimes that one. It goes into the net. It's 7-5 in favor of the Raiders. Beanick's serve is over. Dug up by Odegaard. Rydberg set. Sky Ahrens looks for the kill. Dug up nicely by Beanick. And it's Scheck who hits it across. Odegaard with the dig. Ahrens again looks for the kill. Nice dig there from Ava Rogers. Strang will hit it over. Dug up by Odegaard to Rydberg, who hits it back across. Strang with the dig. Goes into that netting, and Rydberg can't hit it over. That makes it 8-5. Abby Beanick goes back to serve for Mille Lacs, who has a 3-point lead right now. They're trying to take this set and push it to a fifth. Dug up by Lind, and Ahrens will again look for the kill, and that's off the block at the net, so the Dragons will get one back finally. And that's 8-6 now. So the Raiders still with the lead here. And we'll look to try and get one back and pull away. Jusak with the serve. It's dug up by Strang. Pushed across by Ashley Rogers. Odegaard ready for that one, waiting. And now kill there from Sky Ahrens. Lined that one up pretty cleanly. Got it back to that back line of the Raiders. No one home. It's Carly Jusak. Back to serve now. Dragons trail 8-7. This serve is dug up by Strang. And Sheck looks for the kill, but it goes into the net. And we're tied back at 8. Jusak will be back to serve once again. Her serve is over. It's dug up by Beanick. Strang will hit it across, and that is long. Just long on that one. That'll make it 9-8. Serve is over. Oh, and a diving dig late there from Ava Rogers. I don't think she expected that one to get there so quickly, and it's 10-8, and when we get a timeout here from Mille Lacs, so Mille Lacs doesn't like the comeback that Pine City is on after taking the lead. Mille Lacs will take a timeout, so Pine City has the lead 10-8 here in the 4th set, but Mille Lacs, again, I would not count them out. I think this one could wind up going into extra points as well as to another set, that 5th and final one, but we'll wait and see. We still got to get through this one. Yeah, if you're Mille Lacs, you've been on a skid here these last 2 sets. Just been unable to get Ashley Strang the hits that she's wanted. So if you're the Raiders, I think you got to try and line up Strang somehow to get those open hits. Let her line those up and let her go to town on them. But again, Dragons have done a good job of kind of eliminating her from the hits, and they've also done a good job of blocking her hits to make sure she doesn't get anything clean. So both sides doing a really good job here, and this has been a fun matchup. I knew this one was going to be fun. These two teams have battled the last couple of years. Been a good battle between them. So not yet ready to serve. Carly Jusak, there's the whistle. Serve is over, dug up by Strang to Ashley Rogers, and Strang will hit it across. It's dug up by Odegaard, though, to Rydberg. Abby Agard will look for the kill, blocked at the net by the Raiders. Rydberg will look for the kill, dug up by Beanick, goes towards the front of the net, and then Sky Ahrens tried to get it, but the jump from the Raiders kind of threw her off a little bit. And again, if you can jump, sometimes you don't even need to get a hand on the ball. You don't even really need to be close to hitting it. Sometimes that can distract the player who's going for the hit and make a miss. Ashley Rogers will be back to serve. It is over. Dug up by Odegaard. Rydberg. Agard looks for the kill. It's dug up by Strang. To Ashley Rogers, and looking for the kill off the block at the net for the Dragons. They keep it alive. Agard will hit it back across. Strang with the dig once again to Ashley Rogers. Sheck looks for the kill. Blocked at the net by Sky Ahrens. Beanick will hit it at that buzzer. Don't know why we had the buzzer, but we do. It's okay. They're still playing volleyball out there. Dug up by Lynn now for the Dragons, and Abby Agard looks for the kill. Beanick, diving dig, just missed it. So Abby Beanick just missed on the diving dig there, and it's 11-9. Well, now we got to go to the board. Should be 11-9. They're going to go to the scores table, figure something out. It should be 11-9. According to my scoreboard anyways. I wouldn't trust mine either. Mine's been off more times than I can count. Just from trying to catch up with the action, I maybe miss a point or two. So it should be 11-9. Favor of Pine City, and it is. I wouldn't be surprised if I was wrong, though. I've been wrong, like I said, more times than I can count. Serve is over from Maddie Bombard. It's dug up by the Raiders, and off the block. Dragons keep it alive. It's Abby Agard who looks for the kill. Diving dig from Strang. Kept it alive, but we get a whistle here on the Raiders, which makes it 12-9. Wow. So a 3-point lead here for Pine City. And just some mistakes here from the Raiders have really been letting Pine City get out to these leads. Strang with the attempted kill. It's dug up by Maddie Bombard to Ryberg with the set. Chloe Lynn looks for the kill, and Beanick tried to get to it, but again, Lynn, a strong hitter between Lind and Strang. That sounds like one name. Between Lind and Strang, two hardest hitters in this conference. Serve from Bombard. It's dug up by Beanick, and now Sheck looks for the kill. Dug up by Thiemann. Odegaard will look for the kill. Dug up by Bieniek once again. Into the lights for Strang. And then I think that's Erasm who hits it. And it goes just out of bounds on the near side here to make it 14-9 in favor of the Dragons. Still plenty of time here in this fourth set for the Raiders to come back. So no need to panic if you're the Raiders. Dug up by Strang. Pushed across by Rogers. Rogers will get the dig off the hit back across by the Dragons. And now Strang will hit it over. Dug up by Maddie Bombard to Arissa Ryberg to Chloe Lynn, who looks for the kill. Dug up by Strang. Strang has no fear on those. Sheck looks for the kill. Dug up by Odegaard to Ryberg. Agard looks for the kill, and that is down. Agard's another player for Pine City who has really improved as the season has gone along, as we get a timeout here from the Raiders. That is their second and last. But Abby Agard has really improved as the season has gone along that's their first. That's their first, not their second. For some reason I thought someone else, that's why the buzzer went off. The buzzer went off, that's why I thought someone called a timeout, but the timeout there by Mille Lacs, it is their first. I promise, it is their first. But yeah, Abby Agard is just steadily improved as the season has gone along for Pine City, and she's really getting better at her kills. Her hits on her kills have been a lot more accurate and haven't gone awry as much. And she, again, has done a really good job of just progressing her game as the season has gone along. For Mille Lacs, I haven't been able to call as many games as I would have liked to for the Mille Lacs Raiders. But again, they're having a good season. Did come up here and have that afternoon game I called for them. That was a fun one between Mille Lacs and Ogilvie. Ogilvie came out firing in that first set. I don't think Mille Lacs was ready for it, but Mille Lacs came back, took control in that first set, and then won in 3 straight. They trail here 15-9 against the Pine City Dragons in this fourth set. Maddie Bombard back to serve. Her serve is over. Dug up by Bieniek now to Rogers. Carlson looks for the kill, but is blocked at the net by the Dragons, and now Odegaard will look for the kill. That is well out. So the Raiders catch a break there, get one back off of a mistake from Pine City. That makes it 15-10. Still in favor of the Dragons, but now the Raiders have the ball back and can try and get back started on that comeback. Jenna Carlson with the serve. It is over, dug up by Bombard to Ryberg. And Chloe Lynn will look to get this one over. Dug up by Bieniek on the sliding dig. Now Strang lines it up off the net. That's unfortunate for her, and then trying to catch up to it. Lining it up was Agard, and she got a little too far back on that one, as that one drops right in front of her. It's 15-11, and the Raiders get another one back here. Serve is over from Carlson, dug up by Summer Thiemann. And Lynn looks for the kill into the net, and the Raiders get another one back here. So mistakes by Pine City have led to 3 straight points for the Raiders. And again, if you're the Raiders, you'll take any points any way you can get them. And if you're the Dragons, you want to avoid those mistakes. Ryberg pushes it across the Rogers move, and now Strang looks for the kill. Oh, that's on the line though. I don't know if the line is inbounds. I think it is. And if that is, that definitely hit inbounds. But again, I'm not caught up with the rules enough to say for sure. So blocked by the Dragons off the Strang hit, and back on the other side out of bounds, and the Dragons lead by 2. Lynn just a tap over. Dug up by the Dragons again. Lynn will look for the kill, and that is off of the dig from Ashley Rogers. She tips it out of bounds, and that will make it 16-13 in favor of Pine City. We'll get a substitution here for the Raiders. It looks like it'll be Mallory Van Buskirk who will check into the game for that's Brooklyn Erasm. So Mallory Van Buskirk checks in for Brooklyn Erasm. Arissa Rydberg back to serve. It is up, it is over. Bieniek with the diving dig. It gets to the net, and then Van Buskirk, I think she thought that Ashley Rogers was going to go and set that one, but Van Buskirk needed to have that one, so a mistake there for the Raiders, and they won't let that happen again. They don't let too many mistakes happen in a row. That one hits the ventilation system again, and then Strang will look to line this one up, dug up by Rydberg to Staber, and Agard looks for the kill. It is, I believe that was out, yep. Just out on that one. Makes it 17-14. The Raiders trail by 3. And it will be Caitlin Scheck back to serve for the Raiders. Trailing in this fourth set. Scheck. Her serve, that is a tough one to say. Scheck's serve is over. Dug up by the Dragons. Off the net from Staber's hit. Oh, and then Ashley Rogers had to catch up to it. Van Buskirk with the hit. It's in the back line, and it's down. And if you're Pine City, that's what you gotta avoid here. You cannot let those happen. You gotta be the aggressor on those, I think, if you're Pine City. Gotta be the aggressor here. You cannot let them get those free points. 17-15 as Scheck's serve again is over. Now Chloe Lynn looks for the kill, dug up by Scheck on the nice clean dig. Strang will look for the kill, blocked at the net by Sage Staber. That's a good block there from Sage Staber. Strang took a little bit of something off of that one, and Staber was waiting for it. She does a nice job to line it up, blocked at the net down on the side of the Raiders, and now Abby Agard will go back to serve here for Pine City. It is up and over. Dug up by Beanick to Rogers. Strang looks for the kill, and she gets a little bit of revenge on that one. 18-16 now from the Strang kill. Substitution here sees Mallory Van Buskirk head out, and coming in for her is Brooklyn Orazum. I think this might be the first time she has served tonight. If not, it's one of the first times. She's only, left-handed serve. I'm pretty sure that's the first time I've seen that from the Raiders. This is dug up by Bombard. It goes into the ventilation system, and Jusak not ready. She chased after it, and he gets down. Yeah, again, I think Pine City's got to be a little bit more aggressive with how they're playing right now, because the Raiders are just keying off on the Pine City mistakes. Serve is over, dug up by the Dragons. It's Lind who will push it across. We're gonna get a whistle on the Raiders. So a mistake by the Raiders. And again, if you're Pine City, take it how you can get them. But that's good. That's a tough one to take if you're the Raiders, especially this late in the set. Anna Ludwig in the game for the Raiders. We do see Ava Rogers over there with some ice on her knee. Hopefully she's okay. I want to see her back in this game. For the first time tonight, Gabby Schumacher is in the game. Nearly gets an ace, but a diving dig there from Carlson. And Strang lines it up, but it is blocked at the net. Oh, my goodness. Wow, that was a strong block by Pine City to get that one. 20-17, the Dragons lead. Gabby Schumacher again with the serve. It is out on the serve, so Mille Lacs will get one back. It's 20-18. Here we go. The later half of this set, it's 20-18. This is going to be a fun finish. Whether it ends in this set or we go to a fifth, it's going to be a fun one. Oh, wait a minute. We got a ball out there. Get it off, and Strang with the serve. It's dug up by the Dragons. Two players go after. They collide, and they wind up getting it across. Nick Wanabe gets it. Hits it back over on the dig from the Dragons. Hit over the net by Staber to Ryberg. Sky Aarons looks to line this one up. It's down for the kill for Pine City. That'll make it 21-18. Dragons get it back, 21-18. Chloe Lynn checks in for Gabby Schumacher. So Lynn got a quick breather. Schumacher got to serve a couple of times, and now it's Sage Staber back to serve. It's up, it's over, dug up by Beanick. And Ashley Rogers will get that one over, but it's Jusak is ready and waiting for the signature Rogers move, and Jusak hits it back across for the kill. It's 22-18 in favor of the Dragons. Raiders trail by 4. Still plenty of time left. And Sage Staber back to serve. It is up and over, down for an ace from Sage Staber for the Dragons, make it 23-18. And I'm sure one more point, if Pine City grabs one more point, we'll see a timeout called by the Raiders. Marsha Balder telling her team where to line up as Sage Staber will line up elsewhere. Back to serve. It's up, it's over, dug up by Beanick to Rogers, and Carlson looks for the kill, dug up by Lind to Ryberg with the dig. Jusak looks for the kill, blocked at the net, and kept alive for a moment by the Dragons, but the Raiders will get the point as it's down on the Dragons' side, make it 23-19. So no timeout will be called yet. I was going to say, if the Raiders let another point go, we'd see a timeout, but not so quick. As now Beanick is back to serve, 23-19. Phoenix serve is over. Dug up by Agard. Ryberg sets. Ahrens with the kill, and that makes it match point. 24-19. And I'm surprised we haven't gotten a timeout call here. I'm surprised the Raiders haven't called it. I know. They're not going to call it match point. You'd think you'd call one. Interesting. She believes in her team. I love the confidence. I love it. Carly Jusak with the serve across, dug up by Strang. Looks like they will line up Carlson. It's dug up by Lind. It comes right down off of the rafters up there. Yeah, interesting tactic. Usually you'd see a timeout call when a team gets match point, but not so. And now 4 points is needed for the Raiders as Ashley Rogers goes back to serve. Rogers' serve is over. Dug up by the Dragons. Agard will hit it across. Dug up by Strang. She gets to it just in time. My goodness, that was close. Now lightly tapped across by the Raiders. Dragons have it. Agard looks to line it up. This one is blocked by the net itself, I believe, and it goes out of bounds. So the Raiders get another one back. 3 more points. 24-21. They need 3 points to erase match point by the Dragons. And to push us into extra points. Serve is over. Dug up by the Dragons. Oh, back on the side of the Raiders. They do have it. Strang will look to line this one up. It's dug up by Lind. Ahrens looks for the kill. Beanick, that's back across the net. Agard, and that's down! And Pine City will claim victory here tonight. 3 sets to 1. They win the 4th set 25-21. Wow. Abby Agard will end it here. Wow, what a fun one this was here tonight between these two teams. So the Pine City Dragons, I do believe, will wind up finishing second in the Great River Conference standings and Mille Lacs in third. I believe just because of the head-to-head matchup, but they could honestly wind up tying for second because they both have the same conference record. They both have 2 losses in the conference, but I believe it's due to the head-to-head matchup that Pine City will take second. We'll find out, though. We'll have to wait and see. We'll keep you up to date on, of course, all of that. So Pine City takes the victory here in Onamia against the Mille Lacs Raiders, 3 sets to 1. It was a fun one here between these two teams. I wasn't sure who was going to take it, and I thought either team really could, but it was Pine City who winds up taking it 3 sets to 1. They come back and they take the last 3. Mille Lacs won the first set, pretty dominant fashion too, 25-15. Then Pine City came back in the second set, 25-20, won the third set, 25-22, and takes the fourth set, 25-21. Of course, stay tuned to both the KBK and WCMP morning shows on KBK at 95.5 FM at 7:30 and 8:30 with Rockin' Robin Riley, and then on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can hear your sports update of the update from this game, and of course games across the listening area. We'll keep you up to date on all the sports. We'll try and keep you up to date on the playoff standings and stuff as well, because playoffs starting next week for volleyball and football. And stay tuned to WCMPradio.com and KBK.com. We'll post all the info on there for these playoff standings and who will play where and when and who they will be playing. So stay tuned to our websites as we'll keep you up to date on all of that. Hopefully we'll have that out by Thursday, Friday, but we'll have to wait and see because it's gonna be tough. It's always up to the MSHSL when they put out their information. So we'll have to wait and see when they drop their info, and that's as soon as they drop it, we'll get you the info from them as well to see where Mille Lacs will play. They'll probably get a first round home game if I'm a betting man. Pine City will. That's tough to say. They might get a first round, or they might be on the road. We'll keep you updated, of course, at WCMPradio.com and KBEK.com. But the final here in this one, the Pine City Dragons get the victory over the Mille Lacs Raiders, 3 sets to 1 in Onamia. I want to thank all of you who tuned in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors again. Thanks them for sponsoring this broadcast. If it weren't for them, we would not be able to come out here and bring you any of these games. So be sure to thank them personally because, again, if it weren't for them, we would not be able to broadcast any of these games. The final once again here, 3 sets to 1, Pine City over the Mille Lacs Raiders. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Remember, be kind to everyone because you never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could really make or change their day. Once again, the final, Pine City over Mille Lacs, 3 sets to 1. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night. Everyone, because you never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could really make or change their day. Once again, the final, Pine City over Mille Lacs, 3-1. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.